Hey, test, test, test. Okay, looks good. Okay. Test, test. Looks good. I'm just waiting in the queue. It should happen real soon. But who knows for sure? We'll see. Um, Great minds think alike. You're also in the queue. You know who else is in the queue, Gonzo? My nemesis this week is in the queue. You'll bounce if we play, obviously, but you won't be happy about it. I mean, it's very likely we're about to play then. It's also very likely that we're sitting at the table with various weather, yeah? Um, Various is definitely in the Agricola queue right now. So, bonus Friday stream. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot this past week, but I've just not had much going on, so. But I've also just been feeling Agricola a little more lately, right? Like I don't know why. I'm just happy playing Agricola games more so than I was. I don't know, right? Like it goes in waves, but I'm having a good time. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see who and when is in this queue. Um, You're feeling Agricola too. You hadn't played almost a year in this. I agree. I was like, I've seen you all over, right? You were on Lumen's stream. Had a pretty cool Childless game, right? Like yeah, I've been, yeah, you've been playing a bunch. But I get it. Like again, I go in streaks. It's all good. Same for you too. Nice. Hey, whatever. Like yeah, there's I don't know what it again, whatever. We all go in different things. I thought I was going to be doing slightly more Terra Mystica now that Terra Mystica Arena season is base map, but here we are. What, a third of the way into the season, a little bit more. Probably still only played 2 or 3 times, but hopefully I'll play a bit more. But it's whatever. Speaking of Terra Mystica, if people don't know, there are people organizing a Terra Mystica convention in Montreal in late September. I'm at this point very likely attending. Um, so it'll be big. It'll be a lot of fun to catch up with a lot of Terra Mystica folks and play a lot of Terra Mystica. So, but yeah, that's late fall. But or, yeah, Ugh, that game with Lumen. You didn't feel like you played badly, but you guess everybody else having 4 to 5 people is hard to overcome. You feed Luminous food, you're out. Yep. See ya. We can talk about that Lumen game later. Um, See you after. Yeah, we'll talk. Indeed, it is various weather. It is Gonzo and then one rando. Slightly sad for Gonzo. He's after me in various. That's probably not going to bode well for him. I don't really need. Why am I pulling up? I don't need to pull up Gonzo or various. EP has played quite a bit, is rated highly, and has a perfect rep. Wow, what a lovely table. What a lovely table. This is great news. We also see a collector, so I mean, like, everything's exciting. We also have Clay Support's collector. Oh my, the spice. Clay Support's collector is amazing. One of the bigger issues, in my opinion, with collector games is that you kind of need ceiling. And a lot of times, one of the biggest painful things for collector is that you can't always build a big house and get points via house. And so trying to win collector games on small families, I think, is pretty hard. But this is exciting. Uh, all right. On the wheel, Carpenter's Axe is okay. It's a bit of ceiling. Sculpture is a little hard to work. Bottles would be kind of nice on the wheel. Somebody's probably going to do Mortal Crusader things. Somebody might do Charcoal Burner things. So the wheel is not particularly great for us either. We're going to get maybe Sheepkeeper, which is like quasi-ceiling, but I hate hitting 7 sheep. I don't like Sheepkeeper much. Craftsmanship promoters maybe a thing, but do it, do it. I mean, we have to pick collector clay supports. Like, there's just no doubt about. I don't think there's any. I think there's literally no other picks in this pack. Like, Clay Supports is clearly the best miner by, like, basically we're looking at a lot of like C and D tier miners, and then there's an A tier miner. Aquwise, it's basically the same story. We're looking at an A tier miner and or Aqu, and then I guess Moral Crusader and Charcoal Burner are arguably B tier, but then there's a lot of C and D stuff here also. Like there's just no there's nothing. Hey, Dr. Blah, welcome. We even get to wheel Cube Cutter, which is everybody knows is a sick collector combo. It does say ceiling, admittedly, and I'm claiming that we need ceiling, but we'll hopefully get ceiling with our next couple picks. But honestly, even just a 5-room clay house that has 5 family members and probably can get to stone is, or we could just get a nutrition expert and then everything is dumb. We could just do that. Oh, team, what is this game gonna be? Oh my. Oh my. Oh, this game is over. poor opponents. I mean, it's not actually guaranteed over, but oh boy, it should be. We should be able to just wreck here. I probably take Mole. Oh, except I can only use Mole Plow in the late game. That's actually kind of awkward here. At least somebody's getting Moral Crusader Private Forest. Yeah, look, there is some. Oh wait, there's a Rustic too. Oh my god, Rustic with clay supports is also really dumb. Hopefully we get Rustic back. Although at this point, how many things can I actually successfully do? Nutrition expert's a little tricksy. I actually don't totally know how to run nutrition expert collector. How many nutritions am I really supposed to go for? Like, you kind of need to get the crops in the ground still and have animals breeding. Like, I mean, it partly can pay for its own collects at least. I mean, it's clearly a 4-collect game. But Rustic is a simpler line than nutrition. I'm expecting to wheel Rustic, to be clear. I'm taking Rustic on the wheel. This pack, like, somebody should take Hide Farmer, somebody should take Seed Trader. And then I guess, admittedly, maybe somebody takes Rustic at that point. But Loam Pit also obviously a little scary to pass. And we do have clay supports. Loam Pit's not terrible here for us, actually. Mole Plow is probably still playable. The one issue with Mole Plow is that, yeah, I can't get the fields early, and I kind of want the fields early so I can plant crops, but maybe that's a dumb way to think about it. You haven't wheeled Rustic in so long. People are loving it in Arena these days. Oh, well, I think that's dumb. If you're playing Rustic for even just 2 clay rooms, you have to play it early, and then it's a 4-food, 2-point action. That's just honestly not that good in the mid-game. You think if we pass Loam Pit with Rustic, the Rustic never comes back? Gotcha. I maybe should take the Loam Pit. I do kind of like the Mole Plow, though, but the Loam Pit's also pretty good. This is such a tough hand. I actually genuinely don't know what we do. I guess we're plowing early, potentially? Mole Plow's downside does worry me a little there, so... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I mean... If I have to... And I do have to. It's quite good. So normally I'm a big Seducer hater, but when Seducer says just take a beggar, basically hand in all your collector stuff to get a grow action, and you can guarantee grow in round 5, we guarantee grow in 5, then with our actions we can eventually build the rooms for clay supports. We'll just build 3 rooms with clay supports in the mid-game after growing to 3 off Seducer, and then we'll eventually grow to 5, normally. But if it's late growth, we've already won. Elephant Grass Plant is technically ceiling, but it's not very good. So, I kind of like Agrarian Fences, actually. Being able to fence while sowing is surprisingly handy. I've mentioned this before, but I think fencing while sowing is surprisingly good. Sadly, I'm going to wake up soon. Yeah. If it's late growth, I extra win. Yeah. I do think agrarian fences is actually the pick here. I have a reason to want to sow crops. I have a reason to want to have animals early. So like this kind of nicely combines some of what I want to get happening. Um, this pack, unfortunately, we are not finding much ceiling. The main ceiling we found though is nutrition expert, and that should be enough ceiling. Nutrition experts should be like 8 points or so at least, possibly a little more, depending on how aggressive we can get with it. Equipper is maybe pickable here also. Because we're getting a grow action without having to start player, or grow normally. Equipper might be pretty useful here. Although I don't know how good the miners on the wheel are going to be for equipper purposes. Baker's also mildly interesting food source, because we could get a decent amount of grain going, maybe. Pasture Master is probably not needed with what we got going on. I might never use agrarian fences. I agree. It's very possible. I think I am going to take Equipper. I think Equipper could be the play here. And then maybe take Rocky Terrain? I don't totally know when we're going to have enough food, but even a late game Agraria or Rocky Terrain for 2 or 3 stone, pretty useful. I don't think the rest of these do much for us. Maybe the baking sheet does, but Sheepkeeper comes back. Also, Charcoal Burner comes back, but I don't totally know that we're going to be able to hit 7 sheep super easily, but this is definitely a pick. A little bit of wood support is nice, but I don't know about the timing of Charcoal Burner. I already want to play Collector and Seducer early, possibly Equipper. Do I really want to force down a Charcoal Burner early, or do I keep Sheepkeeper for late? I think Sheepkeeper for late game. Wholesale market is technically a bunch of ceiling. Oh, also we could have hard porcelain with our loam pit. You'd kind of like 7 wood fences stage 1. Oh, there's so many things that I would like, so... Collector, Seducer, game over? Possibly. The game... We have Collector, Seducer, Nutrition Expert, Clay supports. Like, we got a lot here. It's... yeah. Hard porcelain with loam pit is pretty good. And I have Equipper. Yeah, let's actually just do this, and we can build all the majors. Also nutrition. Yeah. This hand's dumb. We did not get rustic back, so good call, Dr. Blah. I kind of understand not getting rustic back because these ox all suck though. So, but whatever. If other people want to do rustic things, they're allowed to. Wildlife reserve is sort of a way to hold animals without breeding, but is it any good? I don't think so. I think I just take threshing board because it's a wood to a point. And a wood to a point is good enough. And then I take woodworker because it could help us hit sheepkeeper. I don't like that plan, but I don't. These other cards are not it. Okay, game plan is definitely we're seducer in round 5, which means we're playing collector and using collector early, so that we can seducer in 5. How are we feeding early? Probably try to get a hearth and eat the extra stuff from collector. I'd like to play Equipper so that I can equip a loam pit pretty quickly in the mid game. The mid game priority after growing with seducer is to renovate to clay and have clay support rooms going up. And then after that and getting to grow, the priority is setting up farming. Wow, Ebonist came all the way around this game. That's kind of wild. Finally, revenge on various. Yeah, you think you'd be in on Wildlife Reserve, but you'd also be on take Wildlife Reserve, believe capacity is solved, suffer. Yeah. See, I don't actually think it does anything significant enough to care about. Elephant grass plant, as I said, is technically ceiling. We do have Loam Pit to be able to play it. I'll take it. I'm not sure we use it. Firewood Collector seems more useful than Ebonist to me. We're going to be collecting a bunch. I don't want to be turning wood into grain slowly. Firewood Collector could come down at some point in the mid-game and be a bit of wood, maybe. Could even play round 1 Firewood Collector, potentially, actually, and plow. We could do Firewood Collector, then play Actual Collector, then play Equipper, also play Seducer early. Maybe. It's unclear to me. Unclear to me. We have a lot to do. A lot we can do. The question is, how aggressive are we supposed to be about Nutrition Expert versus our other game plans? And my belief is we should not aggressively Nutrition Expert. We should just push off Nutrition till later. Lets you run Nutrition twice before sowing. Yeah, again, I don't think that's actually good. I don't like the idea of running Nutrition before sowing. I actually think that's generally a bad idea here. We're already going to be using some of our crops on Seducer, and then I'm collecting 3 more times. I really need to get those crops mostly in the ground, and then use Nutrition Expert, which means we're not really Nutrition Experting until like rounds 12, 13, 14, and maybe a little bit before. Simply collect 7 times. Yeah, if we could collect 7 times, we probably would this game, but that's not an option. So, I do think I'm supposed to just Ock. I believe not Ocking is actually just wrong this game. As much as I normally am a fan of RSF and just take things off the board, I think I am just playing Firewood Collector. Various Weather opens Patron, which is a little obnoxious too. It means we are going to fight for these, but I'm going to play Firewood Collector. I'm going to play Actual Collector. I think that's fine. I'm not totally sure this Firewood Collector is supposed to be on the team or not. But also, spending some early actions just plowing does seem like it's going to set our game up on the right path. Because I don't know what else I'm getting these plows in. I really want to value 4 clay and a hearth still, I think. But, yeah. Part of why we need 4 clay and a hearth is how are we feeding in this early stage? Like, how are we feeding stage 1 if we don't get hearth in stage 1? It's actually really annoying. So hopefully we get 4 clay and hearth. So I want 4 clay and hearth in round 3. I want to play collector, use collector. That means we only have 2 more actions left for stage 1. Collect food, yeah. Reed Belt gets played, that's fine. That's a good card. Does put a little more food pressure on the game, but whatever. Yeah, let's see. I would like Ock here, but I don't know that I get it. But actually, just continuing to Ock helps us. If I don't get Ock here, I guess I take RSF. Maybe I take 2 Reed. Ooh, Moral Crusader with the Reed Belt is, yeah, very nice. Yeah, we don't get Ock, which was kind of a concern with the patron coming down. I've had this issue in games lately. Like, everybody, I wish I could draft more hands that let me just take resources early, because yikes, that goes real well. But the Ox might be dicey because red restarts. Red might restart with Private Forest, but I don't totally know. That would make red's food. Well, they can't even play Private Forest. Maybe not until next round? Yeah. I'm more worried about getting 4 clay and hearth, to be honest. But I will admit, yeah, it's a little awkward because I want 4 clay hearth collect, which is literally the rest of my stage. Because I can't take those actions here. Ooh, Tree Guard's getting played. I hate Tree Guard. I've said this before, but I effing hate Tree Guard. I hate how it warps the game. The game has way more stone and reed than I thought. My hard porcelain's worse. The wood tempo is messy. SPing for wood is important. It's gonna be. I already hate the game again. we probably still could do very well, but I effing hate it so much. I guess I just go RSF. Do I really care about the stone with Tree Guard in the game though? I care about the food, but not enough to matter. I should just take 2 reed.
I'd rather have one read over stone food at this point. Yeah, stone food doesn't. I don't need majors early. I just eventually need a read for the rooms. I really don't need read early either, but I don't need resources early with our game plan. So I do need 4 clay. I need 4 clay. I really want 4 clay next round, which is yeah. I don't know about 4 clay. Also, yeah, this tree guard is just. I hate tree guard because various weather is probably gonna freaking tree guard, and then there's gonna be a 5 wood action. And then it's totally reasonable to SP for a 5 wood action, but it's not what I need in the start. So whatever. Congrats, various weather. Go for it. Add chaos to the game. Add the chaos to the game. I don't support it, but you kind of like this plan where all the building resources you care about are basically clay wood. 3 wood's better than RSF, surely. I don't actually know if that's true. What am I doing with 3 wood? I think we have very different ideas of this game plan. I think many people want me to go very early nutrition expert, and I think that's just wrong. I think trying to force out very early nutrition experts is very wrong. Gonzo does SP here. It is late major, which is also an issue for my 4 clay into Hearth game plan. Yeah, I would like 4 clay a lot here, but I don't know that I get it. I'll at least get Ock and Collector, I guess. I guess that's not the worst thing. I can always take bottom feeding this stage. I don't want to, but 3 food's not even enough though. I want 4 food next round. Ugh. Ugh. Bleh. We'll see. I would like 4 clay though, please. Wow, RSF instead of 4 wood. That's kind of interesting, but I guess they need read. Yeah, read is somewhat contested. I should get 4 clay here. Ideally, various weather does not care about 4 clay with tree guard stuff. But hell if I know. With tree guard, I feel like you just want an early stone oven. I feel like you just snap off a 4, like just tree guard again if you're gonna tree guard like crazy. But maybe not. I don't effing know how to play tree guard because it drives me nuts. If I could ban tree guard, I would. But okay, we do get 4 clay blessedly at least. Forest Guardian. Ooh, Forest Guardian with tree guard is cute. I did not. I did not think about this in the draft, but this part is cute. Anytime that somebody wants to take 5 wood or more, they have to pay you a food. So that is kind of a cute way to spike, yeah, to spike your tree guard stuff. That part's fun. We don't get Ock here, so actually we are in trouble now. Wooden Hut Extender. Okay, that's very good. Congrats, Gonza. 4 wood just comes back to red. That's crazy. Yeah, this is kind of an issue now, though, actually, because I can no longer, late majors really mess this up. I can't Hearth and play Collector and use Collector in stage 1. So that's really annoying, actually. I guess we're hoping to get Ock second action of round 5 as the new game plan. 7 wood for somebody. Are we actually leaving 7 wood? Oh, for fuck's sake, we are. I hate tree guards so much. I hate tree guards so much. Gotta be 7 wood for us? No. I can't SP for 7 wood. That's not part of the game. We don't have the actions. We literally can't do that. We can't afford to do that in any world. It's so annoying, but we can't do that. Do you see a clay supports and a collector? You do, but you also see a tree guard, and I would be so ready to ban tree guard. I effing hate these games. Like, we're just gonna hand wood actions to somebody else. It warps the game so fucking much. Well, we can collect, or actually count as very different. I don't know what you're planning to do. I know what I'm planning to do. We can't SP for 7 wood, though. We just can't. It's not an option. In order to seduce in round 5, I need to play collector, use collector, play seducer over the next. I have 4 actions. 3 of them have to be collector, collect, seducer, and I don't have enough food, so one of them has to be hearth. Use it to fence in stage 2. Again, we're on a very different. Wow. Okay. Gonzo does not take 7 wood because he doesn't have the food. He can't pay the food cost. That's yikes. You gotta pay. Well, I guess he wants to build the first room. Red should. Oh, this is okay. And a seducer. That's complicated. Yeah, I can take food with collector though. I can take food with collector. That's true, but we can't take very much food with collector. Do we have any early reno cards? No, we don't. Chat's gonna drive me slightly insane today. Sorry, or I'm not in the right mindset right now for like this hand is crazy complicated, and there's people that have very different opinions of what we should be doing, which is fair. I think all of the people that are trying to get a bunch of wood and fence early are very distracted. I don't think that's actually what needs to happen here. And again, I don't think very early nutrition expert is winning. I think we need actions, which our seducer is going to give us at least. But wow, Various gets the wood back because people don't want to pay the food. That's incredible. That's absurd. Absolutely absurd. But okay. We don't care about the early reno. We seduce and then build up. Yes. You missed the draft. Didn't mean to distract. No, it's fine. I'm sorry. Never seen anything like that. Yeah, people ignoring 7 wood just because it costs of food is insane. I sort of understand Gonzo doing it because he's just going to build the first room, but Red ignoring 7 wood is absurd. Red passing on 7 wood is crazy to me. They don't need RSF. They have a read coming in, but whatever. Okay, we're hearthing. Yeah, we're hearthing and assuming collector comes back to us as an action. I can't imagine the Ock pressure continues given people's food situation. I should get expensive Ock easily. The real question is if I'm going to get Ock next round. Also, next round being collect into seducer is a little annoying, but the reason you wanted the SP was that you were worried about this. Not denying the value to Various is scary. It is, but I can't police the table with this opening. I don't have actions. Like, the fact that Major didn't flip in round earlier is very annoying, and the fact that I've been getting Ock blocked so much is all, like, we just didn't quite get what we wanted in the early game, and I guess there is an argument that we should have just transitioned, but yeah, Various Weather getting 7 wood back is insane. Furnisher gets played by Various Weather. Well, that's a dumb good card. Okay, Various is also has a very nice game going, but partly because they got handed insane value. I cannot believe they got 7 wood. I'm very annoyed actually at Red giving them 7 wood. I mean, I guess Red has double build now, but like, ugh, whatever. We have a great game coming together here. We're doing dumb stuff ourselves, but late major is bad. Yeah, we got a little wrecked by late major, but not too bad. We're still, if this is late growth, we're still gonna crush of it. Like, but if it's early growth, the game's a lot harder. Even mid-game growth is fine. It's just early growth really is not ideal for us at all because people don't even have to SP to grow, and that's bad. I want them fighting. I need them to be fighting. I need them to be wasting actions. Stork's incoming? Possibly. I think Various has just played a lot of Ox because he can, and he has decent ones. I'm not convinced there's a Storks, but there could be. It's hard to say. Blessedly, it's not growth, so we're already significantly better off than we could be. The main thing now is that we have to dodge getting Ock blocked with our second action, but we'll find out what happens. Yeah, exactly. It's very hard to say if there's a Storks incoming because Varys' line is totally reasonable even without Storks. So, yeah. Okay. Various is going to tree guard again, which means yeah, this is actually kind of useful for Various because Various might get the woodpile again. But what's our first dock called? You don't recognize it. Our first dock, or this dock is nutrition expert. This is where we can pay a grain, a veg, and an animal and get 2 points and 5 food. It's quite good. Oh, or you mean the first one we played? Yeah, Firewood Collector. Um, we are going to take all animals with this first collect because we want lots of food. Oh, wait, we need a stone for Seducer then, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we should take the food tempo here on this collect. I don't think any of the resources matter. Maybe the reed does. I could give up a sheep for a reed, but I don't think so. I think I should take the crazy food tempo. Um, the food sounds right. Yeah, not a staple on the stream. Yeah, you need better eyesight. No, it's fine. Firewood Collector is not a thing we usually play here. Um, Gonzo's not going to SP to lock up growth. That's understandable, but a little annoying. Building the hearth is pretty reasonable, though, because they're going to get the sheep. I'm going to let them have the sheep. I don't think I care about the sheep next round. But it means various weather is getting that wood pile back, because red's probably going to SP into growing rather than fighting for the wood. One of the things that I loathe the most about tree guard is what I've said before too, is like your position at the table relative to the tree guard is obnoxious. Like I am not in the right position here because Various is right in front of me, so the only way I can get the wood is I have to SP for it. But sometimes Gonzo and Red are just going to be rewarded with giant wood stacks based on like turn order and other things going on. I really loathe Tree Guard. It is a card that I would I'm gonna have to start just de-drafting it at any conceivable opportunity because I hate games with Tree Guard. And to be clear, we might still we're very likely doing totally fine in this game. Man. It's just I hate the random giant piles of wood that get thrown around to God knows who. Um, And I hate the turn order thing that it leads to. Like, I have to SP for the wood, but other people sometimes are going to get opportunities at it otherwise. But I could be getting Ock blocked because Red's also not going to fight for growth. That's a little annoying. Various knows to Ock block us here, unfortunately. But I guess then we get to SP for 7 wood. What are these players doing? Laughing your ass off? I don't know. I can't. Why are we first action building if we're not actually going to fight for growth? Why are we ocking when we have no food? Like, what's Red doing for food? How is Red not taking 5 food or SPing? I don't know. I don't understand. I I can't explain some of my opponent's actions, to be honest. Like, I kind of understand Gonzo's actions. Gray taking the other hearth and trying for the sheep pile is kind of understandable rather than fighting for growth. They don't have the food. But there's about to be a 7 wood pile that costs a food to take, and Red is playing an Ock that gives them wood rather than fighting for growth or the 7 wood. Like, I don't know. Twitch extension can't arrive soon enough. Yeah, that'd be nice. It's going to be very annoying if we get Ock blocked here by Various, but Various 100% should know that we're trying to seduce right here. Oh, but Various is going to SP. Blessed. Okay. Thank you. I get 6 clay this way. Various is going to take the wood pile. I'm going to get 6 clay. 4 and aid for Various. Nice. Various still has a really nice game going here, but we do too. This is obviously very good, especially if it's late growth. If it's late growth, we're very, very well off. And it is late growth. Okay, never mind. We have the dumbest game. It's it's yeah. It's real dumb. It's real dumb. Gray is definitely going to take the sheep, which means Red's going to grow first. That's the one downside of not having food figured out here. Gray probably has to take the sheep pile. If Red SPs, though, I'm willing to take 6 food on the wheel. Wow, not taking the sheep. Okay, they're just gonna claim. Actually, that's fascinating. I think that's a good move. Oh, but they are gonna take sheep. I actually think 6 food's a really smart move. If they take 6 food, how does red feed? I don't think red can jump them. I actually really liked the 6 food option. It makes red's life a lot harder, but counterwhelling rescinded. You think that would be a great choice? Yeah, I actually think the 6 food's fascinating, but love when seducer gets first growth. Yeah, I mean this game's dumb now, but I think I am taking 6 food here actually. Wreck carpenter for various with furniture. Okay, that's cute. Or we do. Or maybe Gonzo wheels the food. Yeah, Gonzo could wheel food, but I think I just take it. 6 food does a couple things for me here, and mostly it really wrecks red. It punishes red for Ake last round and doing what they've been doing. Although I don't necessarily need to punish red. I need to make sure to beat Various. Various has gotten way too many effort resources. It's been absurd. Although, I mean, Various has had the dream. Various has been able to tree guard and get his own tree guard stack back, so... Again, seeding order and the way people are playing stuff, but whatever. I would like to... I'd also like to get Loam Pick going. I'd like to renovate... Okay, what's most important? I take an RSF? What am I trying to renovate with is another good question. I'd love to snag the well somewhere in here, but I don't know how likely that is. I need food, though. I could just... I guess I could always collect for food, but I think the 6 food for myself is meaningful here. So I'm going to do this. Reno Clay supports? Yeah, that's an option, but it's really hard to punish the person sitting before you at the table. Yeah, in the late game you can by SPing aggressively on them, but... Reno Clay supports is admittedly an option here, because then I'll be ready to build a room. Various is going to have to SP, right? Yeah, Various is going to build a room and then SP, possibly with Storks. We're going to find out. Oh, or Various. Ooh. The really scariest thing is Various could be building a room and furnishing Storks and growing here. That would be... that would put Various in a very competitive position if that's actually what they can pull off here. Yeah, if they're able to furnish the Storks here, ugh, they also have a sick game. I am just gonna do this. I'm probably not playing Equipper this game. I need to take a wood action at the start of next round, but then I'll be ready to build... Oh, I need to be able to build 2 clay rooms. Whatever, this is still good. Various says, oh, nasty. I mean, if Various has Stork's Nest, I don't know if Various is allowed to say nasty, but we're going to find out. Hopefully it's just the well or the stone oven. I mean, that's still a problem for me because they're taking all the ceiling out of the game, but it is just the well, okay. That's a small relief. It's a pretty big relief, actually. It means that we get to continue our action advantage by a lot, and Various Weather has to SP. It changes so many dynamics so importantly for us. If it was Storks, it was a pretty big shift. But I'm the only person that had 3 actions in round 6. I'm the only person that has 3 actions in round 7. Like, that's very meaningful. I hopefully this round can just take wood, take reed, build 2 rooms, and then I also get to jump Gonzo's growth. I get to jump into the growth queue normally here and grow in round 9. All of that's very good for me, so... Red has a drift net boat. Okay, that's part of how they're feeding. They're just going to take fishing, actually. And I don't think anybody's blocking fishing on red. Although maybe Gonzo does, but I guess red's going to feed regardless, so whatever. Possible we even get a tree guard off Various the second. If we get to open tree, if we just get to take a giant pile of wood next round, that'd be sweet, but... Various Weather is playing bottles. Ooh, Various Weather's food is eventually going to be an issue for them, but maybe not. I guess they have a well, and they have a stone oven. Various's weather game's still very good. Various is building up huge piles of ceiling here. Gonzo is building family-friendly home. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Well, that's also an entirely different game all of a sudden. So, Gonzo is building second action here and growing, which means I'm not building. Oh, awkward. Okay, well, that shifts things up a little more. Fascinating. Okay. Nobody wants to get in the growth queue. Yeah, family-friendly homes actually a big sad to our game plan. Because again, it opens the growth queue a lot, which means our action advantage is about to fall out. But alternative growth lines for everyone, yeah, it's good, but it's yeah, I don't know. It's okay, but yeah, this game's a little funky for sure. And yeah, Various is gonna take wood. Okay. Various is not SPing, which oh no, they already are SP. Done. Okay, they're already SP and they have to grow first action. Done. Done. Okay. No. 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 This is fine. This is understandable. Okay. What am I up to then? Seducer round 7 growth still seems good. Oh, it's quite good. We're still in a very good spot, but and we still have a freaking collector. Collector is dumb good, but I still plan to take a lot of beggars, and I don't know. We do get 6 wood to open next round still. We should, yeah. We definitely should be getting 6 wood because Various has to grow. Everybody's gonna have open rooms. I don't know when I fall into the growth queue at this point now, but it's okay. I can still set up to just triple build. Triple building is definitely the game plan now. Yeah, triple building is definitely in the game plan. I don't know. I still don't know when we're actually getting to use Nutrition Expert. That wood pile is a big gift for Gonzo. Gonzo should be taking that wood next round, in my opinion, but we'll see if they do. What am I doing with the rest of this round? Plowing? Just continuing to plow is actually pretty smart. This is an easy time to plow, and I could take RSF. I need some read to be able to triple build. Yeah, that's actually probably what I should be doing. Yeah, let's just keep plowing, actually. We probably want RSF first so we can try to build if Gonzo doesn't. That's true. That is true, actually. Although, okay, another question, actually. Do I want RSF or do I actually want to collect? Is it time to just do our second collect, eat a bunch of animals, and then eventually fence later and get our third and fourth collects in? Might be better just to collect. Well, wait a sec. But I'm always going to need exactly one more read for my triple build. I will RSF. But I think the other one is collect. I think the third read is collect next round. Yeah, I think the third read is collect. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I plan to make room. I plan to build a thumbs up house. Keep plowing across the top. Sure, I don't know. We can still collect this round, also true. We could just collect this round, that's true, but our clay is also a little awkward. We need to take another clay action. So, like, I think my round here is take wood, take clay, and then collect. I'm not in the growth queue particularly much here because red decided to double build, even though it wound up being late growth. So, like, I'm not getting these grows for a while, to be honest. I just want to be sucking all the resources out while everybody's fighting for growth. You think the plow tempo turns out? I think the plow tempo turns out very valuable. It's a late growth game. There's a 4-8 player in front of me. There is a wheel plow or mole plow or whatever plow, but I highly suspect Gonzo has it. My opponents have not a well, Various has a ton of wood, but other opponents don't have that much wood for fences. Um, they don't have like a lot of resources because they've had to fight for growth. I want to make sure to take a lot of these resources. Brotherly love? What? Okay, well, Various is apparently going to get a fourth family member. Various is going to build another room and furnish something this round. It's fine. Uh, I'm going to take clay and then collect. Gonzo is taking 5 wood. Kudos, man. That's the right move. Well done. Don't care about growing. You can just build another room to grow, which is what actually they're going to do, right? They're going to build another room and grow this round with that wood. I'm not going to stop them. Red's not even going to SP to grow. That part's a little dubious. Red should be starting in order to grow. But Red needs a BMW because they starve? Sure, I don't know. 3 stone does not hold much value to me. I will take 4 clay. I sadly don't have Loam Pit down yet, so whatever. I will take 4 clay. I will then collect. I'll be ready to triple build. I might build stables off triple build, collect again, sow my crops. Is that a reasonable line here? I have 5 actions. Can I go 4 clay, collect, build room and stables, collect, sow everything? That is a line. We also want to be ready to sow as soon as we're ready to fence. So the plow's nice. Yeah, I'm wondering if we fence late and we instead go with breeding stables for a little bit. Can only breed 1 animal off stables, though. That's the downside, but there's a bunch of animals on the board. The one good news is the only person feeding off of a hearth is right after me. So even though it's kind of late animals, I should have access to the animals from here. So, yeah. I think the line where we just build stables also raises our ceiling. The downside is it spends most of our wood, which how much wood can we get for fences? I don't know. So we'll have to think about it. The lack of fences is actually a big issue with this line, isn't it? But I really like getting the crops in the ground. Getting the crops going is so tempting. Huh. Yeah, this is tough. You assume we at least want pottery? We'd like to. You're a little concerned about the 3 stone and the ceiling all vanishing? Oh, the ceiling is already all vanishing. That's a huge part of the problem this game. Red is starting. Like, I don't really necessarily have time to worry about ceiling, though. But maybe I do. I also could just plow again here, by the way. But what to do? Okay, Red's going to grow. Various is probably building another room. Maybe I just don't care about growing. Okay, what happens if we just don't care about growing for a while? If I don't care about growing for a while, then I could be fencing 15 pretty quickly. But not quite ready to breed animals next round. That's the downside. Unless I collect here, I could be breeding cows, but not the others. Ugh. But then I could maybe be sowing. Okay, what about a round? Yeah, what if we go collect? Next round, we hopefully get 3 wood, fence 15, or maybe not even 15, but fence some number. Collect sow. I go plow, or I'd also love to plow one more time, but I don't have time for that. Okay. Okay, what if we're... Yeah, I feel like we're actually just at 1 or 2 actions off. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the clay. Damn it. Yeah, I should have counted this sooner. I think the line was actually not take clay and instead go plow, collect, wood, fence... Oh, that's still too many actions, though, because there's not another collect opportunity. Okay. Yeah, building doesn't necessarily get us grow for a while. But yeah, Gonzo's at 4 actions. This family-friendly home has really warped things, because now there's so many extra people happening that the board is far less exciting than we wanted. I could just keep the plow pressure high. I think I am just gonna plow. I think I'm gonna not. I think I am gonna try to get the farming up and running. Gonzo takes the 3 stone, is fine. I don't, again, stone is like so devalued, unfortunately. I just don't have time to worry about most of the things. Stone being that devalued is an issue for, again, our ceiling. Like, I don't totally know how we're going to score enough to win, but... I do think I'm just taking wood and fencing. I think that's what's happening here. I think I'm taking wood and fencing. It means that my clay rooms are coming pretty late, but... I think that's just how it's going to be. If we... it could be an SP action instead of the fence. If we emit wood, we could fence 10, collect so. We can SP, that's true, because we do have the agrarian fences, but we have to collect before we're sowing. I don't think that's good. I think I really want to be sowing 2 grain, 2 veg. And we maybe are just skipping. We might be skipping the 4th collect. That might be what's happening now. Next round, I can take wood, I can fence, I can collect. Somewhere around 10, we collect. We eventually sow. Admittedly, we're still, not nutritioning until rounds 12, 13, 14. I don't know when we're growing, but we at least keep ourselves to 3 collects while Various has a swing plow and off of build a room. That's... yikes. I mean, yikes. Various having a swing plow is not good news. The upshot is my opponents have no wood. My opponents have no wood. We're fighting very hard for grow action still. We have a private forest, okay. Also, there's not that much food. There's not that much food for a lot of these players, so the good news is all of that. Scariest weather? Yeah. There's so many actions. Plowing is going to be very contested, so I'm actually super thrilled about our fields, too. Fields seem great. And yeah, I get to continue to help bully wood a bit. Wood is so contested. This firewood collector is actually pretty big this game, and the collector collecting some wood himself is going to be pretty big this game. Yeah, I'm just not going to be building clay rooms for a while, because I'm just not growing easily, and I just don't need the action so much if I do this lime. We're going to set up very beautiful farming, and it's going to be good. Will it be good enough? I don't know, but... unfortunately, Gonzo is starting with a carpenter's axe. That doesn't scare me. The downside is just he's starting. I get that he's trying to grow again, but I actually think starting for the 5th action is just bad here. I would just be plowing. Good move on plowing, Red. I also think Gonzo should be taking 3 sheep because he's very hungry. If I decide to take 3 sheep here, which admittedly I'm not, but if I did, which by the way, actually my food is kind of a mess, but I don't really think I have time for 3 sheep. Although do I? Huh. I mean, what's really the rush on collecting this round? There's really not a rush on collecting this round. Maybe I do take 3 sheep and clamp a little bit here. Various is going to feed off of a stone oven someday. That's just happening. Using clay rooms later for final actions and a bit of ceiling's totally fine. We may even get to stone. Oh, we're definitely getting to stone. I don't think that's, like, hard. I think that's basically not a doubt. Like, we 100% need to renovate to stone to win this game. The bigger issue is the reno queue is a little bit of a mess because nobody else has renoed yet. But... okay, I don't love taking 3 sheep here. I wish I could fence and then take 3 sheep. That's what I wish. If we could fence and then take 3 sheep, well, now we're talking. But... it's not going to work. That looks improbable. It looks... I thought for sure Gonzo was opening this round 3 sheep. I think it's a big... I do think it's a pretty big mistake for Gonzo to be SP'ing. I think when you already have 4 family members and it's round 9, and there's this many actions in the game now, you, like... They have no wood for... They have no farming done, right? Your priority right now is not getting a 5th family member on a board this gross. Your priority is feeding. Your priority is resources. SP in here is... Honestly, this carpenter's axe is even kind of a waste, probably, but... Oh well. Uh, if I fence and collect, I'm collecting a food in order to get through the harvest. I actually think I do need food to wind up getting through the next little bit of the game. I'm not thrilled about this move at all, but I think it's fine. It's not great, but do I need to be clamping Gonzo instead of... I need to be clamping Various, I agree. But yeah, how do we clamp Various directly? We SP aggressively on them in the late game to make their foreign aid punished. I need gray and red to clamp plows very highly is what I need. But how, like, what do? I definitely agree Various is the biggest. To be honest, I'm not really taking this action to clamp Gonzo, because I agree Gonzo is not the threat. But I don't really see what else I should be doing here for my own food. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to just collect a fourth time. I guess collecting a fourth time was maybe the correct answer. Maybe this 3 sheep was a waste of my time. But I don't know. I'm okay with this. I don't 100%. Here goes the stone oven, I assume. If we take a fine move that leads to Gonzo punching the bottom feed buttons while Various doesn't have a feeding engine, maybe that's good enough. I mean, Various has this stone oven and still has a bit of well food. Like, Various unfortunately is not... Yeah, I was gonna say, unfortunately, Various is probably fine on food for a while. Honestly, again, the main way to punch Various right now is to just aggressively take plows and wood in front of him. Like, I honestly hope Gonzo just opens next round wood plow. Like, you don't need to be growing. Like, who cares if Various gets another action? But, I think I'm fencing. It's gotta be time for us to fence, right? I think I'm fencing only 14. Because I'd like to get one more plow action later, and I dream of getting stables on a build action still. Might be a little aggressive hoping for stables, but I think I kind of have to hope for stables to have enough ceiling to offset 3 beggars this game. And I think we definitely want to plow one more field at some point. Yeah. One other downside of this that I didn't consider is we might run into sow pressure in round 11, although given my opponents have so few fields, but like red could get in the way of our sowing. Fence has to be right, the wood works out perfectly too. Yeah, admittedly we get just enough wood for our 3 rooms this way, I guess. But again, a concern is that, now that I think about it, is that our sow tempo is bad. But we'll find out how bad that hurts us. But craftsmanship promoter. Okay, don't we starve if we do that? Okay, yep, and we had another action, okay. You don't think there's a line where our sow tempo is good? There was, if we didn't take the sheep. We needed to not take the sheep, and then we could have fenced collect. And then we could collect again around 10, and then we'd be ready to sow in 10 or 11. But we didn't do that. And so now we might run into sow pressure in 11, and that actually is also a big issue, because if we don't get our crops in the ground in 11, Nutrition Expert doesn't come online, and that's a big issue. Not being a nutrition expert would probably also be a big problem. I do have to keep reminding ourselves that we're hopefully nutrition experting for the last, like, 3 rounds of the game, though, and that is pretty huge. We just collect the 4th time for nutrition. We might have to. We might have to. I don't know how good that plan is either, though, but we might have to. But the good news is it's late growth, and our opponents are still pretty behind on farming things, so, like, we have pretty big advantages, but Various Weather's swing plow is a big problem, for sure, as is their ceiling. Yeah, honestly, a 4th collect might just be fine. I mean, I'm trying to avoid it at this point, I think, but maybe it's correct. Maybe I should just be playing Nutrition Expert, and Well, yeah. Ooh, it does open wood. Kudos. Please plow. Plow. Yes. Oh, it's so exciting playing with strong players sometimes. Take the things that actually matter. Wood and plows. Who cares about growth? Wow, Varys isn't even going to grow either. Amazing. Perfect. Fantastic. Who cares about growth? Take everything. What do I care about, though? Am I taking 2 pigs for food tempo? Like, what did I leave myself to care about? 2 wood? I might be caring as much about 2 wood, right? 2 wood's a stable. Stable's at least a point. Maybe 2 points of animals. Maybe pigs are correct. I'm gonna collect twice though. Like that can't be right. So, I guess 2 wood. My round is take some wood, collect. I can build rooms after collecting, right? Yeah, if I take wood, I can build rooms after collecting. That's actually part of. But then I can't build stables. Gosh, I guess the stables can come late in the game if they ever come at all. Actually, the stables are coming. We're getting wood. We're getting trickles of wood when we sow, when we plow again. But this is probably correct. Do this, do collect, then I get my build action out of the way. Next round is ideally just collect, sow, nutrition expert. How am I feeding? I guess I'm collecting. Ugh, yeah, my feeding's actually still not perfect here, though. Maybe I was supposed to take pigs and then not build yet until later. Continue putting the build action off because I want to build with stables. Nutrition feeds us. I can't nutrition until round 12. If we get blocked, we simply starve. I guess I have a sheep that I can eat, and I just collect a food, actually. And then I pay a food for nutrition experts, I collect another food. Okay, that's not that bad. Gonzo and Varius continue to not grow. Why is Varius not growing? Varius did keep the rustic, okay. Varius is building another room. That makes enough sense, but this is... See, I don't understand. Why are we even taking the time to play rustic? Rustic is 3 food and a point? Like, is that actually a good enough action? Yeah, like, this is what baffles me. People take rustic and then play it. Like, what? You're not even growing. You're taking a 1-point action instead of growing? Fine. I don't have to understand. I don't understand, for the record. I want wood. I want food. Oh no, I need the reed, right, to build. Yeah. I need the reed to build. Although I'm probably not building next action. Although what the hell am I doing if I'm not building? Ugh. But I need to collect food, I said. That sucks. I need to collect food, though. People just like rustic. To be fair, in that pack, rustic actually made sense because the rest of the cards were so bad. But I do agree. I've seen people draft and play rustic, but when you actually do the math on the points, I don't understand why they care about rustic either. It's just like even here, why are we taking an action to play rustic? I guess the board is so crap, and we have a patron, so rustic is 3 food and a point, but 3 food and a point just does not seem like a good enough action. And Various Weather says, oh, whoops, distracted. Okay, yeah, I was like, it was so fascinating watching everybody ignore growth, but... what is Various furnishing, by the way? Furnishing the joinery, I guess? Sure. Oh, no, the joinery's gone. Oh, God. Okay, nope. Gonzo just grew with the joinery. Various is going to take a pottery? No. Take a clay oven? No. Whatever. Red taking another veg is very concerning. I'm almost certainly going to lose the sow race to red unless they just sow this round. But yeah, Red's been taking crops annoyingly and looking like they are angling for a sow. So I'm probably getting blocked on the sow, and that's an issue. But Rustic feels overrated for sure. It'd be neat to see the stats for it. You think it could be a great combo piece, but you see it played lots with minimal or no help. Yeah, Rustic cannot be that good on its own. It just can't be. It's like only good with clay supports in my opinion, but Sowing Director, that's actually a card that does something. Although you have no field still. Hopefully Plow Block could... Oh, Various is not starting. Amazing. Plow Blocking absolutely will keep happening. Glorious. I'm probably supposed to just triple build because I can, but I'm not growing. Yeah, I think that's all fair. What am I supposed to do here? I could just sow my crops now? Oh, sowing only one of each is not the dream at all. I'm probably supposed to just build and then accept that I'm building stables later. I can at least threaten growth this way, which maybe does something. I'm gonna get so blocked next round, and I'm gonna be so... Yeah, getting so blocked is just gonna be a huge annoyance and problem. Oh well. Oh well. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, team. We have a nice number of points, but we have, like, yeah, very little offboard. If we don't get the sow action, our nutrition expert's not really going to work. I guess we're just collecting a fourth time for nutrition expert. I guess, actually. You could get some nice setups with bricklayer, mantle, or other clay support, but Civ would say it's not the cornerstone for those strats. Yeah, it's not the cornerstone at all. I mean, that's the other reason I don't like Rustic, is the problem with Rustic is you have to play it before building rooms, which is also just really annoying tempo a lot of the time. But whatever. You don't think the sow block's devastating? I agree. The more I'm thinking about it, I think we just collect a fourth time. Collecting a fourth time's not that bad. It's bad, but I mean, 2 clay actions are happening, so... Oh, although that 2 clay action's annoying because it's pottery, I think. But I'm not sure. We use that action SP for plow sow later and collect an extra time. Yeah, I agree. It'll be fine. It's not ideal, but it'll be fine. I have to go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back. This is still a very tough, tight game. Like, we're definitely in a good position. We're gonna have a pretty strong game, but yikes, it's tricky. It's trickier than I wished. The family-friendly home adding lots of growth to the game was unfortunate. Everybody else wanting to build big houses is also kind of unfortunate. Because clay supports, I was like, oh, I'll just build houses. But Various is building a 5-room house. Gray built a 5-room house. Red built a 4-room house. It's late growth. Like, come on, everybody. What are we doing? But it's just the way it is. I mean, all these players are going to have a very significant lack of farming going on. So, like, once again, Various isn't SP here, so, like, 3 wood and plow are going to be the first actions off the board. The board's pretty crap next round. 3 wood plow is the only things that matter, so... We probably want to collect a clay so we can take clay oven just for sealing. We want pottery. Pottery still has got to be the dream. I would love to snag pottery, but I agree it looks like Gray is going to SP a pottery. I don't know when I have time for pottery. I guess I collect next round, and if I get so blocked, I get pottery, maybe? You're assuming we don't get it. Yeah, if we don't get it, I guess we have to just take clay oven. I agree. We're going to run out of points eventually. But anyhow, yeah, I'll be right back. You just got here, but Various has a big offboard. This could be scary. Oh, this game's very scary. Like, Various is clearly the one that we're competing against, along with banked plows. Well, are they banked plows? Various has not a lot of rounds to get those plows, and the people in front of him need plows a lot. So, are they banked? Anyhow, I'm expected to get sow blocked by Red. Red getting another plow here. Red really wants to sow those crops, you have to imagine. But I am going to collect again. Oh, I don't need to collect a reed? Wait a sec. Well, I do need a reed for Reno.
But the question is, am I getting another... Am I getting another collect or not? I have to assume I'm getting so blocked. I want a stone. I sort of want to collect wood. Sort of want to collect wood just for stables, but I guess I collect a reed here just in case I don't need to collect again. Not needing to collect again seems improbable. Is there any chance that I don't get so blocked? I really want to collect the stone so I can build pottery. It's not clear to me pottery gets snapped as the next action here. 2 actions for 6 plows is a lot scarier than 2 actions for 2 plows. I agree. Various is still scary because of those banked plows. I grant. Various just has to actually SP for them. And has a foreign aid. So, you know, there's some things going for us. Like, we might get handed plow. We're almost certainly getting handed a plow so late because Various Weather's going to have to SP for regular plow. So that is a good news. And we have a nutrition expert, but we're probably going to have to collect a 4th time. So, nutrition expert's really just wiping out 2 beggars. And it's not clear we're going to get stables because the wood is so tight. But the good news, again, is gray and red have all the things Various needs right in front of Various. So there's a ton of pressure. Also, well, Various is eventually getting to grow, but there's some serious grow pressure too. But we have some decent miners to bully Various with. Correct, we can SP pretty aggressively. We're also getting a pottery here because Gray is not taking pottery, took 2 wood in a stable. So I get to, we're getting so blocked, but we're getting pottery. So we get to build pottery. And then I get to Ock out Nutrition Expert. Various is going to SP for Plow. Perfect. We get whatever flips, which honestly Plow So would be amazing. Well, except I'm not going to have crops because I'm going to nutrition them. Awkward. That's awkward. But getting pottery is pretty significant because of our loam pit. So good to get the pottery? Yeah. The fact that Plow So might flip kind of makes me not want to nutrition here. Actually, how can I nutrition without getting crops on the ground? Actually, Nutrition Expert kind of died, didn't it? It's actually really unfortunate, but I think I just don't nutrition at all because I'm not getting crops out of the ground. That pottery seedling is clutch? Yeah. I think we have to actually give up. I think I'm just taking 3 stone. I think Nutrition Expert's dead. Yeah, I think I've killed Nutrition Expert accidentally here. I think we have to give up Nutrition Expert. And we really just hope Plow So flips, to be honest, but... It's not worth playing for 2 procs. I don't really think so because, okay, Dr. Ball, in order to proc it twice, I also have to collect another time. So I'm netting 1 point for playing a card and collect. Like, I'm taking 2 actions then because I'm playing Nutrition Expert and I'm collecting. I'm only netting 1 point, and I'm eating at, like, a significant number of crops at that point. Yeah, it's also, exactly, I can just play it for round 14 at this point. Still 10 food and 4 points. It's not 4 points because I have to collect again in order to feed nutrition. That's the whole point. The fact that I have to collect again means I'm actually -3, so it's only 1 point. So it is probably better just to play Nutrition Expert in round 14. Or, well, in round 13 for round 14. And I might do that. But even then, it's not obvious that that's going to be correct because I'm going to be eating points worth of crops. I don't actually have that much. I think nutrition is dead. I don't think it makes sense. When we get to round 13, we have to collect the 4th time. We're going to feel silly. I don't think we have to collect ever again. I don't think I'm supposed to collect ever again. I think I'm supposed to just try to get the loam pit. The loam pit's going to be 3 more points worth of clay. I'm going to try to eke out some stables in here. I'm going to get another plow is 2 points. Sowing is 4 points. Growing 2 more times is 6 points. Like, if I just get upper 40s, I mean, does Various beat us? Very possibly, but, like, Various's fences are coming super late. Various has to SP for plows.
I guess Various is growing again. I don't know. I mean, I think we're very comparable to Various though, because the players in front of us again have to take all the stuff that Various cares about. Like, there's a lot of fighting gonna happen for very similar things. But I guess the swing plow is huge still. I don't know. I think this is at least competitive. I don't think nutrition's correct, but you're not going to do the math. That's Gray's job. You're betting it's still worth collecting 4 times even without nutrition. I agree. Gray usually finds a reason why it's correct, and admittedly, it's a lot of food, and maybe there's a sheep keeper reason to do it or something that I haven't figured out. Although I also don't know how we sheep keeper because we need stables for that to happen, and I'm gonna need like a 2 sheep grab at this point. So I don't know. I'm content with just doing this. I think. I maybe this is losing, but it feels competitive to me. We're at 21 right now. Let's say I'm breeding 3 more points, probably net. So that's 24. Plowing is 26. Sowing is 30. Growing 2 more times is 36. Pottery gets us up to. Well, it's 39. Renovating gets us to 44. Playing loam pits 45. We hopefully get a stable or two. Okay, we're admittedly more like mid 40s, so maybe that's an issue. Do we just lose to various weather if we're mid 40s? Maybe. It's possible. Urgent flips, that's a little annoying. I would have liked Plowso to flip, but I'm still expecting to just get handed a Plowso later. I'm really not going to prioritize it. I think various weather basically has to just keep opening plows. I could open 3 wood here, but I actually think I'm just going to open grow with loam pit. Because I want that loam pit action opened up because I'm slightly running out of things to do. 3 stone is pretty good, I guess. Yeah, actually well, red can grow without. Huh. Do we want to take urgent or just take wood? I actually care more about regular grow than I care about urgent because I like being able to play the miners. But taking 3 wood might be better. 3 wood clamps all my opponents a decent amount, and it opens up some stables. But honestly, growing is good for me because I totally can make use of the actions given that day labor and loam pit is a thing. Literally just start. I could start player for Plow So, but that doesn't actually feel that good because Various is gonna have to. Well, I could try to. I guess I could try to block Various's other swing plow, but like, eh. I'm gonna get handed Plow So off Various weather someday, is my belief. If I take 3 wood, it goes. What does Gonzo do if I take 3 wood? It takes clay because Reno pressure. Oh wow, the clay is actually incredibly pressured. If I didn't have to care about various weather, taking the clay right now, these guys need clay to renovate. It could be right for me just to snag 3 stone actually and get in the Reno queue. Huh, the Reno queue is kind of gross actually. I like that. I think I like this actually more than anything now that I'm paying attention. This extra stone could be clay oven still because the clay is so tight. I probably get clay oven eventually. Yeah, then I can Reno loam pit if need be, but Reno tempo looks good. Yeah, stone tempo is nice. Yeah, this actually is. I don't know if I Reno this round actually because I still like to grow if grow comes back. I don't know what Various is gonna prefer. Wow, red takes the clay instead of urgent. Okay, I mean the clay is very tight unless Gonzo has a thing I don't know about. 2 wood gets taken. Okay, I'm just gonna grow then. I do want this extra action, and I want the loam pit down. Start loam Reno clay oven. I'm not gonna start player. I think start player is wrong. I don't think I have the actions yet. I need to actually grow. I have great use for actions. Gray is gonna start. That part's annoying. There's the mole plow. Okay, so Plowso is getting taken. So it's gonna go Plowso plow, which means various weather has to start player though and hand me Plowso in 14. It means nutrition can't happen unless I sow. I guess I could sow and then I get Plowso. It's not that good. It's not awful, but it's not that good. Red takes urgent. That makes sense. Yeah. Is anybody renovating this round? I guess I am or Red is. Gonzo can't renovate yet. Various also is not ready to renovate. Ooh, Various is trying to get ready to renovate though. Tree guarding is interesting. Various is hope. Oh, Various could just redo it with Brotherly Love. Brotherly Love tree guard. Okay, that's dumb. Various didn't even want to grow. Okay, that's real dumb. I forgot that was an option. That's ugh. Ugh. Yeah, Brotherly Love is yeah. Various is deciding if they want to leave the wood here, but yeah, like okay, so we have to hope Various doesn't get Reno. Various does have a lot of pressures here with Foreign Aid, actually. Various Weather has a lot of pressures due to the Foreign Aid. I'm actually going to Day Labor here because I want there to be more clay in the game. I want to increase the amount of clay, and I think I want to increase Reno pressure. Maybe that's crazy, but... You agree with Day Labor here to increase Reno pressure? Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, Red's going to renovate anyhow, I guess. So, like, is it really increasing Reno pressure? Do I want a first action Reno next round? But actually, I probably do just want a first action Reno Clay Oven. Like, stealing the Clay Oven away from the table, too, further raises our ceiling quite nicely. I mean, it's eating the clay that I'm generating now, but, like, next round, Reno Clay Oven, Day Grow again, assuming Various doesn't prioritize it. Who's taking Clay Oven, and am I really getting to 10 clay? I think I might be getting to 10 clay. Who's taking 4 clay in round 14? I think I'm allowed to go day labor, and take 4 clay. Like, I don't think that's actually an issue. You feel like the only way we beat Various if we make him actually cut some of his game plan? I don't actually know if that's true either, right? Well, we got to Reno block Various, I guess, yes. If Various gets Reno, I think we're in a pickle. But Various has Foreign Aid, just remember that. So Various has to fence and plow and renovate on separate spaces, and all of that is increasingly very contested. Everybody wants the Reno action, the plow action, and the fences action. Now, technically, I don't want fences, but I will 100%. I'll find a way to get a wooden, and I still have a spite fence available, which is all. As soon as I plow, I have a spite fence available, which is also very handy. If he gets his other plow, his Reno, his fences, and decent animals, whoa, decent animals. Let's slow our roll. Nobody has animals either because nobody has fences. Like. I don't think Various gets good animals. I guess Various is going to fence next round, though. Various is almost certainly fencing 11, actually, yeah. Various Weather is going to fence 11. So Various is going to SP, fence 11. Yeah, do I even want a Reno first action next round is the new question. Because I might want to be able to Reno... I might want to Reno block Various in round 14. We'll see. I don't know. Decent here being like 2. Yeah. That's fair. And Various Weather's probably going to get to sow their crops eventually. And they still have a grow action. Gosh, it's going to be close. We'll see. You'd say we Reno whenever Various becomes able to do so. Yeah, probably true. We're gonna have to think. We're gonna think about a lot of stuff. Red, please plow. Please plow. Plow. I know you need wood, but keep plowing. Do not hand Various Weather an easy plow. Keep it up. Keep the plow pressure up. No, don't do it. Not like this. No. No. Don't hand Various Weather the action he needs. Boo. God damn it. Boo. Well, shit. I know Red needs a lot of wood. This is why you don't build... Stop building dumb wood rooms, everybody. Don't build a wood room that you can't afford. Red is instant last if they do. If they plow? You think they're instant last if they plow? I disagree, but... You agree, okay. Oh, you mean they're instant last? They'd be going last. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Sorry, but okay. Yeah, last in round 14. I agree with that, but that's probably That's fair. Okay, whatever. This happened. I'm probably SPing then. The reason that I'm SPing is because I also forgot Guardian Head official points, but Plow Sow next round is mega points. Mega points. I guess Red's fields will clear and they can resow veggies, but like Plow Sow next round's important. Putting Various in last also has got to be important. You mean now they're third and they don't get the plow? That can't be better. I kind of agree. Like that's what I'm definitely going to just do this. I could play Hard Porcelain. That makes no sense. Rocky Train cost of food. Elephant Grass Plant is technically playable, but I don't actually. I think I'm just basically SP and Nada, but we'll pretend Agrarian Fences. Yeah, that's effectively SP Nada, but that's fine. I'm comfortable with effectively SP Nada. Reno pressure, Reno pressure, Reno pressure. I am renovating next action because Gonzo is now ready to double Reno. This should hopefully prevent Various Weather from renovating in round 14. Because Gonzo wants to renovate, and it looks like Red is still going to set up renovation. Will Gonzo and Red open Renos? Hopefully. I mean, they're not getting Plow So. They both have 5 family members. I think this means Various is getting Reno blocked at least. The fences, let's go. Your Arguing Clay Oven is almost a waste of time. Elephant is certainly a waste of time. Yeah. Only if Gonzo and Red know to Reno Major instead of Fence. Oh, that's true. Just one of them needs to Reno Major also. That's a good point. I mean, they both want Reno Fences, but regardless, they both want to renovate. I don't know. We'll find out what happens. I'm hoping Various is getting blocked on Reno. I think there's a reasonable chance of it. Pushing Various last has got to have some pretty good impacts here at least. Will it be enough? Hell if I know. But I'm definitely renovating Clay Oven. I will probably be day-laboring. If I'm allowed to grow, I'll grow Nada this round, but I don't need to. Oh, actually, I have guaranteed grow. I have guaranteed grow this round. Ooh, Red's fencing. We love that too. We love that. You worry that Gonzo Red fences and then Red doesn't notice the Red pressure? Maybe. Anybody explain to me why Various didn't play 2 in a row? Isn't that what Brotherly Love gave him? That he can only do it with his 3rd and 4th. Things you love to see? Yeah, honestly, Red fencing is lovely because Various Weather has so many pressures now. The 4 and 8 is really catching up to them. They didn't fence. They have Reno pressure. It's delightful. Various is taking more wood, and are they tree guarding? Is a question. Only 3rd and 4th, got it. Not quite how you thought it read. Yeah, Brotherly Love is only your 3rd and 4th in a row, so. Yes, he used it last round with his 3rd action, then claiming leftovers. It was very cute. It was very good. Various Weather is going to tree guard. Okay, so that's instant Reno pressure, and I will lock that shit down. I'm going to get my Reno out of the way and let everybody else fight for them. That's a pretty bold decision, but I guess what else are you doing here? I think we're winning this game at this point. I think we've clamped Various Weather hard enough, and I think we're still doing enough to win. I think partly we're going to win Guardian Head Official, which is also pretty big here. The only scary part about Guardian Head Officials, I don't know who's taking the sow action next round for sure, but you live watching Various because he always is doing silly mini combos. Yeah, I agree. Various Weather had a fun game plan here. Various Weather's also getting to copy other people's sow actions. I forgot about that. Although, is anybody even using grade utilization? Hilarious. What am I doing? Oh yeah, renovating. Sorry, we had this plan. Let's execute the plan. Let us execute the plan. Definitely not eating grain. We are eating quite a few animals. That's a little bit of an issue. Do we ever take a veg this round just to sow an extra veg? Maybe. That's kind of fascinating. Probably not. But maybe. It does make sure nobody beats us. And it's 6 food? That saves some animal points. The extra veg is... We're not nutritioning. We don't have time. We can't nutrition. The only way we can nutrition is if we played nutrition and then collected. But, like, it just costs too many crops that we don't have in the ground, so... Sadly, even though we have Collector Nutrition Expert, we didn't do it because we decided to lean into Clay Supports and Seducer. Which I think is totally fine, but it is sad because we had the dream and I threw it away. It's a lot of food, gives Various one more thing to be pressured on. That's true. If we take veg, Various doesn't have any veggies, and with Various's sowing director, blocking veg is actually hilariously good. I mean, Various might just take veg here. Various taking veg here is not crazy. Due to sowing director. Veg here is fun. Yeah, unfortunately, due to sowing director, actually, that does look kind of nasty. But we'll see. What did Gonzo do? I'm very intrigued by everything that Gonzo is up to because our hopes and dreams rely on somebody freaking Reno blocking. Various is tree guarding again? What? We just want 1,000,000 grain? What? Grow and surrender stables might be better for VW? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. But Various is tree guarding again, which I think is wrong. He's sowing 1,000,000 grain for beer keg. Yeah, but he's not getting a sow action, I don't think. Who's actually taking grain utilization for Various's grain this round? Sure as hell ain't me. I'm not doing that. I ain't falling for that shit. Keg it up, y'all. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what the attempt is, but... okay. How do I like taking veg and just growing this round? I don't love growing this round, actually, because I'm going to plow and have an extra wood. I can grow with threshing board next round. So it's like growing, it costs me 2 food. Costs me 2 food and a point, but it gets me another action, but it gets me the last action of next, like, it gets me a 5th action next round. Does that 5th action actually do anything compared to me just going veg and taking day labor here? Not sure. Various also has space to grow. Ooh, that's true. I could get... Well, no, but there's guaranteed grow without. It doesn't really matter. I have guaranteed grow without if I just wait. Various does decide to wisely just sow themselves and not rely on others. They are definitely kegging it up. I always get the grow, but maybe not the miner. Yeah, no, you're right, actually. I don't get the miner because Various Weather definitely wants to grow. So I guess I should just suck it up and grow now. Oh, Various also needs food. Oh, hilarious. I guess Beer Keg's food, though, too, right? Yeah. But yeah, Various's food in the endgame here is actually just a little tight. I mean, we're going to Beer Keg. Okay. I should probably just get the grow out of the way. Or do I want to do I want to be able to block Various's grow though, actually, right? Blocking Various's grow is also a hilarious way to make sure we win. Wait a sec. Various Weather has way too many pressures with their first action, and if they block us on grow, it just blocks my miner. I want to be able to block Various's grow. Never mind. Let's take another veg, super win Guardian Head Official, and then take Day Laborer. And we should win the game easily with that line. We open with a massive plow sow, we get Guardian Head Official, we guaranteed grow because we can't be blocked on Urgent. And I'm hoping instead to be able to block Various on something. I'm getting a wood when we plow sow because of Firewood Collector. That wood that I get off plow sow could be used to fence block Various, it could be used to grow block Various. And red and gray are just not winning this game, right? I mean, red is not getting to mid-40s. There's just no way. Red's got nothing. And gray is not getting to mid-40s because they're not able to double renovate. Yeah. Gray almost has to open plow, actually, due to mole plow. So gray is probably praying that red doesn't take a stone here. But anyhow, we're just going to day labor, which is a weird looking action, but get that pottery value. My next round, I can take 4 clay, max out the pottery. I eat 1 cow this harvest. Sheepkeeper is dead. So I'm just trying to end the game with 4 sheep, 4 cows, 5 pigs. Do I have room for that? I hold 4 sheep. Oh no, I can only hold 4 sheep, 4 cows, 3 pigs. So we're super fed because I'm gonna have to eat a bunch of animals because I don't have enough room. But you love everybody else having really frantic pressures, and I'm just taking day labor. Yeah, well, that's one of the big advantages here. Like, Collector is dumb because it gives you so much efficiency, and so you're able to spend a lot of actions doing other things. And so, even though my actions in the end game here are a little bit bleh, it doesn't really matter because my floor is so high. And this game has turned into more of a floor than a ceiling game. For a while, it looked a little bit like a ceiling game, and it still slightly is. Because Various is not getting fence blocked. Ooh. Various is not getting fence blocked because nobody can open fences. So Various is going to be forced to open fences, though, probably. And then hopefully does get Reno blocked. If Various gets both fences and Reno, I'm going to be a little peeved. But I at least get to grow block Various. But okay, there we go. There's the other Reno. Okay, so Various is going to have to pick Reno or fences. Can't take both. Also, I'm going to grow block them. That should mean that Various gets blocked on enough stuff that they can't win. But Various is definitely still going to be competitive. I got to not undercount the beer keg points that are about to come in. Although Various has to use all their grain for beer keg. I guess, right? They're going to use all their grain for beer keg, and then they don't have any grain to re-sow off Sowing Director. It's a little bit unfortunate for them. I'm still breeding 2 more points also this game. So 37, 39, sowing is 43 plus Guardian Head Director is 45. I grow, I hit 48, maybe 49. Okay, guys, we're breaking 50. We're right. This game should be ours pretty safely. Which, look, it should have been ours. We had a real dumb hand and we got late growth, so we did it, yeah. This was much tighter than I thought. Kudos to my opponents. Like, they did a lot of right things. Never used the fences. We never used the agrarian fences, it's true. There are worlds where if I don't have clay supports, we might actually have used the agrarian fences, because I could have just seduced and focused all my effort on getting all my farming up during stage 2 and stage 3, and then nutritioning like a madman for a long time. Honestly, I kind of wish we had done that, because in hindsight, like, Collector Nutrition Expert is so funny to think about, and we didn't actually do it. But clay supports with Collector it's real hard to pass on having a 5-room stone house. Like, I don't think I should pass on a 5-room stone house, to be clear, so. Oh, we also have 2 veggies we could eat. God, we're hilariously fed. We are so fed. If I were in a situation where I wanted an early fed 7, like somebody suggested, early agrarian was good, yeah. This is what happens to me every time you pick Nutrition Expert. Huge hopes and dreams and then nothing. Oh, to be clear, that's pretty much how everybody lives with Nutrition Expert. Ooh, Gonzo has chosen the Violent Reno block. Lovely. Various does not get Reno. Various will get fences, but then Various is not going to get Grow, and it's all good. You think as soon as we got Seducer, the draft agrarian fences turned into the Spirit of Espinada. Yeah, the Seducer also admittedly changed up things a lot. That's true. Like, if we don't have a Seducer this game, I also am probably actually leaning into doing nutrition nonsense a lot sooner. It's hard to say. The game becomes very different without the Seducer, but... Anyhow, I feel a little rude about being this pressuring the foreign aid this much, but also this is why foreign aid has downsides. It's not just an autoplay if you have a big house game, because it can absolutely kill you, and you might be better off just feeding some normal way. A lot of people this game honestly pushed big houses instead of focusing on farming. and the tempo on doing all the farming stuff is real bad. But because we have big houses, we're also pushing renos. But like the reno queue got a mess because nobody had reno on reno tempo. But yeah, it's been interesting. But without Seducer, we SP Agrarian to pick up a 7 woodpile from various fence early, and then Agrarian gets to shine later when we sow. That's true, Dr. Bois. This is definitely the wrong number of total rooms for a 7-12 game. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. There was a wooden hut extender, and there was a clay supports. So, like, we were probably always... this is a wooden hut extender family-friendly home. I don't blame Gray for building this many rooms. Like, wooden hut extender family-friendly home, yeah, just keep building and growing. Like, fine. I have clay supports. I should build all these rooms. Red looks like like grow flipped in 12. Red didn't even take grow in 12. Red had to take wood because they had no wood for fencing, but they had an extra room. Like this was bad. Various also built a lot of rooms just because we had furnisher rec carpenter foreign aid, which is cute and all. Wait, Various Weather did not fence? Wait a second. Various chose to grow? Okay. You can stable, buddy. That's fine. Now I can block his fence. Yes, I can. I will. Like, if you want me to win the game, I'll take the line that wins the game. Okay. I mean, he can still stable. Like, Gonzo wheels the plow. Congrats, buddy. Various can still stable, I guess. That's 4 points. Fencing was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it was only 3 points difference, I guess. And if I block his grow, it's also 3 points. Although this is 2 actions now instead of 1 action. And if you fence, you can actually take animals, whereas you still can't take animals now. Although opponents don't really want animals either because they don't have room for it. Maybe growing was fine for Various, but this is obviously fine for me. I'll take 4 clay and then I'll grow without, and it's still gonna just be totally fine. At least I think it's totally fine, right? Various has 2 actions left. Is there any way Various beats me? No, not anymore. This is a clean win. My farm looks full more than you're used to seeing. Well, that's the power of Collector. Our farm is quite full, but we did admittedly take -9 in order to achieve it. So, our farm should look pretty good. Because, yeah, we traded away a lot of points in order to make it look like this. But yeah, Collector is dumb good, so... There's still time to go for the -12. Technically, we could use our last action to go -12, but I think I should use my last action to grow, but... this is a 60 without beggars, which is a little lower than ideal sometimes, but works here. Yeah. Exactly. Like, you're looking at what looks like a 60-point game until you look at, oh, there's 3 beggars on that guy's farm. So, 58 maybe you can't math. I'm breeding a cow point, which takes me to 46. I grow, which takes me to 49. So I guess, yeah, it's a 58-point farm. But, whatever. The general gist is there. It's like, this is nearly a 60-point game, except, oh, there's beggars. So when you glance at it, it's like, yeah, you have a huge game, but... Honestly, just blessed that BGA Freak isn't in the game, so that, yeah, some sneaky points in the final hour. Unbelievable blessing on this glorious Friday. No, I mean, we were blessed in the draft, and then we were blessed with the round flips. Late growth with this hand was pretty close to GG. The only reason the game didn't turn even nuttier is because Various actually also had some pretty strong stuff and somehow got their own tree guards back early. The family-friendly home opening up the growth queue really shifted things a heck of a lot. Various committed to foreign aid before Family Friendly got played, by the way, which, if Family Friendly Home didn't exist, we would all still be fighting for growth. Because, like, yeah, the growth queue would have been so nutty. But, yeah, as is, just a tough game. Not enough wood in the game for some of these players. Red's going to get to Reno Fence, actually. Red is going to wind up with a pretty good game. I guess kudos to Red for not plow blocking last round. This has worked out very well for them. Red might even be getting second place after all this. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, Various getting Reno blocked and Various Reno getting Reno blocked and fence blocked when Reno fences is just staring you down is I've not seen a game where Foreign got punished this hard in some time, but I am not personally sad about it. Gonzo here is just taking food moves. Unfortunately, while the Hearth is feeding them decently, yeah, just couldn't get enough wood fast enough in the end game. Yeah, and couldn't get to stone. Really looks like you wanted to find a time to get to stone, but how are you supposed to? It's tough. Wooden Hut Extender Family Friendly Home is fun, but admittedly, I guess the hand has very little else to support it. We have Wooden Hut Extender Family Friendly Home. We have a Mole Plow, which costs a bunch of wood, but then we have no wood injection. So spending this much wood on rooms and plows is hard. It does make it look extra painful, though, that they chose not to take 7 wood in round 4. I think in hindsight, you've got to just take the 7 wood in round 4 and assume you're going to take a food action. This hand wants so much wood and doesn't really care about building first room that badly. You can let somebody else build the first room and you can catch up later, but that red fence would have been 9 points better than the stables, which is oof. Yeah, you should take 8 beggars in the final feeding for the record. I don't think so. I think I should feed, but luckily we have a sheep, 2 pigs, and 2 veggies we can eat, so we did get lucky that we got the pottery this game too. Sneaking in the pottery was nice because yeah, that 5 points is also doing a lot for us here. If we don't get pottery, we have to be finding points elsewhere, and it's not really clear where we're finding points. We're trying to build stables so we can hold more animals, but there's no wood in the game. So I guess I'm playing elephant grass plant and taking some reed. But that doesn't go very well. I guess we're forced to really try to lean on nutrition without pottery. I'm not sure. I guess maybe we don't even need pottery to win the game in the end, because Various Weather is going to cap out at. Well, what is Various Weather going to cap out at? Various Weather is going to lose 2 points of grain in order to get 2 beer keg points. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything. It loses 1 point of grain for 1 beer keg point. Yeah, that doesn't. Okay. Not sure beer keg actually changes anything for Various. So Various might be stuck at a 42. Red is going to just cleanly get second here then, right? Red has a big red offense. Like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 point red offense? Does red beat me? Red gets to 44, breeds maybe 2 points. I still win, but actually red turns out to be the biggest threat here at the end. Gonzo's in the situation you often find yourself in. Didn't set up my read early enough, and now the tactics don't allow him to even contest for the Reno. Feels bad. Yeah, it does. I think it's the right move. Gonzo should not take Reed just to force Red to Reno earlier. Although if you do, Red at least doesn't get as big of a Reno fence, but like doesn't really help you. But yeah, unfortunately, just a last place here. The wood tightness is rough. The farm building is probably wrong. Also, farm building's usually a trap. It always seems exciting, but probably don't throw away an early read and a clay on farm building. We just like do anything else with that action. And then we definitely should take 7 wood with this hand. That hand wants so much wood. We should not have ever dreamt of not taking 7 wood when we got gifted 7 wood. But anyhow, it's absolutely correct. Just painful. Oof, GG right here. Yeah, hey Gonzo, you had a tough one. I mean, I had a dumb hand. Well, as soon as late growth happened, I mean, like this was real dumb. Um, like collector. I have a nutrition expert we didn't even use, by the way, but just collector, seducer, clay supports, late growth. I mean, I'll get Loki here in a sec. He's in the other room. If you took the 7 wood, you had to take a bad food action, was your thought? Yeah, so I agree you might have had to take a bad food action, it turns out. But I think with this hand, you want the wood so bad. Like, you just want it so bad, and you just don't care about being able to build first. Like, the reason that you don't have a better game here is because you don't have fences, right? I mean, you didn't reno. You'd also want to be renoing into stone. But even if you reno to stone, you're at 36. Like, we just need fences. Like, passing on 7 wood was big. Also, Various getting 7 wood is part of why Various was able to accelerate and start doing so well. Like, it was crazy that 7 wood made it to him. But in hindsight, 7 would have been way better. Yeah. Your fence 6 was incredibly necessary to get into second. Yeah, that fence 6 was really smart. Oh, are you red? You snuck through the endgame super nicely, Ernie McBaby Arms. Oh, hey, yeah, welcome. Didn't expect to get second with the worst pack by a lot. Yeah, honestly, super well done fencing 6, adding fence pressure to the game. Adding fence pressure to the game was very clever, and yeah, you along with me were in the endgame aggressively punishing that foreign aid and really messing with Various Weather's foreign aid did a lot this game for sure. I also didn't think you were in second though. I was like completely not worried about you. You aggressively plowing really heavily in the kind of late mid game was also really good. Obviously, you made it hard for Various Weather to get those plows, which was also good. So you were glad I fence blocked for you, and you could kill Hide Farmer. It's Eric. Gotcha. Oh hey, welcome Eric. Um, yeah. I guess the question is if it's Greensboro, Eric, but kind of surprised you got red fence in 14. I was slightly surprised, but Gonzo didn't need red fence, and Gonzo was also in the let's kick Various bandwagon. Also, I mean, Gonzo had reno pressure. If Gonzo doesn't renovate there, he might not get renovate. And it also bought him plow on the wheel, which was very good for Gonzo. I don't like Gonzo's final round actually was probably as good as it could have been. Yeah. Oh wow. Hey, sweet Eric. Wow, dang. Well, welcome. Congrats on getting second. I didn't know you had made it over to the BGA world, but welcome. Welcome. I guess you made it over to the BGA world secretly somewhere early in the year. But then we've played wait Eric, do you need help, Eric? Secret. Yeah, it's not a secret, but I mean, Agricola is a great game. Don't get me wrong. I did very similar things during the pandemic, but working on second monitor, I understand this. I'm also working right now, as you can tell, very hard. Now, in my defense, has anybody at work asked me anything? Do I have anything that needs to be done? No, but anyhow, yeah, that's just a lot of games, but that's awesome. That's cool. Glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out. It was a fun game. It was a wild one. I had a dumb hand. I mean, this once late growth happened, I'm actually surprised the game's as close as it turned out to be honest. But anyhow, round 13 was the only one that you felt like went okay for you. But then again, your final 2 actions were next to worthless. Yeah, I mean that just happens. Like there was so many rooms this game. This is an absurd number of rooms for a late growth game. Like I get it. I have clay supports. You have wooden hut extender, family friendly home. Somebody had furniture, foreign aid, carpenter, whatever. So like, meh. But this is a crazy number of rooms and a crazy lack of fences there, partly because of it. So, saddest first miner in a while. I don't even know. Your first miner was reed built. I don't even know. I didn't even pay attention to your draft. But yeah, you definitely had the hardest pack. I mean, I essentially won this game because I got to first pick collector, but obviously I had to play it well too. But like, it was dumb. As you said earlier on the Discord, though, you're not super comfortable with big house, big families, so you're trying to force them. Yeah, that's great then. I think you did a lot of things. I was with you on a lot of things. I think again, you have a lot of good instincts in there. You didn't push grow. You didn't decide to park SP when you didn't have food. You just took 5 clay, built a hearth, and correctly read that I didn't care about the sheep pile. So you got a bunch of food, which you needed, and you need a hearth with this hand because you don't have any other food source. The other thing that I liked, you did SP, and I thought you SP'd for growth, but you actually then, yeah, just started taking wood, you took other stuff you needed, and then when various weather still refused to grow, you're like, oh, well, okay, I'll grow with my, like, third action. But I also really like that. I thought you were starting to grow, and I thought that was wrong because, yeah, you had no wood, you had no plows. So I really liked that. Um, whoa, wait a sec, what? Whoa. What happened here? I mean, I know what happened, but um, there's a cow prince in this game? Did you play that at the end and I just wasn't paying attention? No, you didn't play it. You just didn't get cows. It was late cows, I guess. And then various weather took a cow. And you didn't have fences. Okay. Yeah, you had no cows. You think your game was very fine, Gonzo. Yeah, I think you did a lot of good things, at least. And you had a pretty good hand for at least trying to just grow aggressively and make it work. And hopefully you learned a few things. You said it in chat that you would rather be here watching than actively participating. Yeah, that happens. This was a fun game. My jealousy intensifies. No. Look, I had the best spot at the draft. Let's not kid ourselves. I got the first pick collector, and then there was a nutrition expert and a seducer, and I got clay supports along with my collector. Like, I first picked 2 top 10 cards. Like, I'm not at all sad, but I am just like, ooh, there was a cow prince in the draft. That's certainly, we didn't necessarily have the worst spot. Oh, wait, and there's a corn maker? There was a corn maker that never hit the table? That's also a little surprising to me. Corn maker's good. You're at least drafting the right cards, but why did the corn maker not hit the table? I guess there was a lot of Ock pressure. There was a lot of Ock pressure in hindsight. I wanted to play Ox, Various wanted to play Ox. We just ran out of time for it. Moral Crusader Reed Belt's dumb good. I can live with that. Wow, and you did have a hide farmer at the end. Okay, yeah. So we didn't care as much that we couldn't fence. Okay. People not playing good cards? Yeah, I will say... I mean, it's very nice that you wound up with a 47 points here, but also, like, we just ignored our 2 best cards in Cow Prince and Corn Maker. I mean, again, I'm not sure what you were supposed to do, but oof. You mostly learned that growing aggressively doesn't convey much in the way of advantage when everybody else also gets to cheat the growth queue. Yes. You were very unlucky that I had Collector Seducer in front of you. Because, yeah, I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to cheat the growth queue and add actions to the game. The other thing, though, to remember is, honestly, it's definitely fun to have Woodland Extended family-friendly home. You're going to get a bunch of actions, but most of those actions are going to come kind of in the late game. And in the late game, it's really hard to get big resource stacks. And that's exactly what happened to you this game. You ignored big resource stacks early because you were setting up your game, which is fine. That's kind of what you have to do. But by the time you finally grew and you had actions, you had to be SP'ing for 3 wood, right? Like, I mean, the game was way more tight than even I expected it to be. In the early game, it felt like there was crazy resources because Treeguard was just injecting crazy numbers of things into the game and just being like, do you want a 7 wood action? Do you want a 5 wood action? But those quickly dried up. So, your hand was also kind of beat in terms, yeah. You had so many absolutely trash 4th and 5th actions. Yeah, that also happens. Like, one of the things that you would really like to do on a big family is have a decent late action. If I had passed you the Loam Pit, that would have significantly improved your game. You could have been 4th actioning, day laboring, and taking some clay that you desperately needed for Reno, but obviously, like, I didn't pass you Loam Pit, but, like, that's the sort of dreamy type synergy you're looking for. But knowing how your growth acceleration affects the table is important, as sometimes it can help others more than you, vice versa. Yeah. There was 400 wood on the board in stages 1 and 2, and then like 12 wood in the final. Yeah, something like that. Such a button like that would have been nice. Yeah. This was a late growth game with 19 rooms. Yeah. I'm not sure the last time I was in a game that had 19 rooms, so it was a weird one. But yeah. Overall, this was fun. This was real fun. This was the one thing I will like. Again, the other thing that I was real happy about when I pulled up this table is I'm like, oh, like this table's full of like pretty good players. There's no quitters. That was lovely. There was never any worry that anybody was going to do anything dumb. It was going to be a chill, fun atmosphere, and well, chill, fun atmosphere is a stretch because yikes did the game become crazy pressured. I gotta say one thing also that went really well for us in hindsight is that I plowed aggressively in the early game because holy shit did plows become tight later. Understandably so, but I think I am pretty glad in hindsight that I chose to just open firewood collector and plow a bunch during stages 1 and 2. And but again, that was a lot because I had collector seducers, so I had a sneaky way to grow. Like sneaky way to grow in late growth was most of what happened in this game, so you had fun, you learned some things. Yeah, that's the main point. Plows are good. Yeah. Those plows turned out huge, even though you only got to sow into them once. Yeah. Look, even, like, just having ways to sow, just having spots to sow is very important sometimes if you have a lot of crops. Like, I lose a lot of ceiling here if I don't have plows, and, like, I'm basically maxed crop points, but if I can't do that, again, where do my points come from? Like, ugh. But anyhow, 5 wood from them. Yeah, yep. The wood was good too. I mean, the firewood collector was definitely handy here because again, the game was like crazy wood tight. So I didn't need that much wood. Luckily, I mean, my rooms cost a total of 5 wood, and then I spent wood on fences, but that's it. So yeah, like actually, I didn't even take that much wood from the board this game. But again, it was kind of hard for me to take wood from the board. Yeah, I only took 15 wood from the board. 42 wood from the board just looks insane, but that's tree guard putting a bunch of it back. 18 clay from the board. This is what we should be shaming me about. I took 18 clay. Ugh. You had a seed trader that never hit the table, and then you ultimately realized was only going to get one so anyway. Yeah, I figured you probably had seed trader, but yeah, the game didn't have enough food for that. But it definitely made sense. Boo, undeserving winner. I took the least wood from the board, and I took the most clay from the board. I'm a chump. Should not be allowed to win. It's reasonable. It's a reasonable take. Definitely a reasonable take. That's how I feel. Okay. I owe somebody a Loki, right? You think 18 clay in a clay supports game's kind of natural? Look, I'm half joking. I wound up with a pottery. I wound up with a clay oven. I wound up in a clay supports. Yeah, I had to renovate to clay and build rooms in clay. Like it makes sense here. I had a use for all the clay. Most of the time, I just joke that again, I think one of the steps to becoming a stronger player is understanding that like there's 6 clay on the board sometimes and you just don't have a use for it and you just don't take it. I think a lot of people just get trapped by big clay piles. They take it and then they try to figure out how to use it, and oftentimes it's just not very important and it doesn't matter. But yeah, this game, if anything, kind of turned into the opposite. I was able to take and use a lot of clay, and then Various Weather took a bit of clay because they also wanted to build a clay room, and then it wound up that you guys kind of suffered to get clay for renos. The reno queue was absolutely awful because of that. But then that was a mild bit of what I was trying to do to win in the end. I very much was trying to add reno pressure to the game so that Various Weather would get reno blocked, which then happened. So that was very good. But in hindsight, you're not sure that more plow is great for you. You don't know that having bad fencing is better than having 4 fields in the end. I think Molplow is still correct for you, but I agree that the lack of wood is rough. Again, I think the real lesson is that passing on 7 wood was crazy. You want so much wood in this plan. Like, even though it cost you a food, and maybe it would have cost you a weird food action, you wanted that wood pile so badly. But yeah, even then, I don't know. It's a little tricky. Like, you're always gonna have a lot of actions, but you also just need so much food. But I think you have to go with mole plow. So you got trapped into setting up family friendly. I think you're supposed to set up family friendly, but yeah, I think I think you were too worried about building in round 4, probably. But it's hard to say for sure. This looked like a spicy game. This was a spicy game. It can be hard to grasp where you went wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of like little things in here, but eventually you realize you spent taking it in action to take a clay stack and then got more behind trying to make use of it, and suddenly everything's clear. Yes, I agree, Dr. Ball. I think a lot of mid-range players, it's easy to kind of lose sight of the fact that you actually partly lost a game because you took a clay grab you shouldn't have. Or you took even taking a clay grab that you don't use for like 5 rounds can just be part of why you lose. Like you're just spending tempo in the early game, taking a big pile of stuff that you don't use for a long time, that might have killed you on being able to have tempo on much more important actions, which doesn't always happen. Right? Like this is what's so tricky and so fascinating about Agricola. Sometimes it's absolutely correct to take 6 clay in round 3 and then not use it until round 8. But that's because you had like a free action or two and you could do whatever you wanted in stage 1 as long as you still got the main things done. But some games, like this one, I was like, I don't know that I can touch. I can't SP for 7 wood. I want to SP for 7 wood, but I can't. I have a line. I have to execute this. This is how I win. I have to get Seducer down in round 5. I have to get the Hearth down with it. And that left me incredibly constrained, which was annoying because I wanted to SP for 7 wood. But anyhow, Seducer was played on the stream. Absolutely be replayed. Yeah, to be clear, I am a Seducer hater unless you give me a collector. If you give me a collector and you're like, okay, all you got to do is press a button, you take a beggar, but you get all your Seducer stuff, and then you can play Seducer, I'm in. Otherwise, I'm probably out. I don't care about Seducer, but me beating you to cheap Harf was devastating. The one clay was impactful later. The late major was the most annoying thing, actually, but I also agree with Dr. Bois. I do think the other thing you should analyze in hindsight here is that I think farm building was pretty much a total waste of time. Farm building's usually a waste of time. You always have it. You always think farm building's going to be so exciting, and you have a craftsmanship promoter. You're like, I'm going to build a bunch of majors and make farm building. No, just farm building's usually a trap. It's bad tempo. You have to play it early. You're giving away a read early, which is annoying. Just no. Farm building was the only thing you could start with, and you wanted to start for 5 wood, though. Okay. I mean, and you did start for 5 wood. And the read didn't hurt you too bad because you have 1 HUD extender. Meh, it might be fine then. Anyhow, I gotta get Loki. I'll be right back. Anyhow, it was a playable miner that was thinking about was kind of farm building being a key. Oh, okay. You weren't planning on farm building being a key cog. It just kind of happened. And yeah, 100 extender meant you didn't need it. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Anyhow, you're not as much of a hater as I am. You think it'd be okay? Yeah, that's fine. Anyhow, we have Loki finally. I'm not even sure whoever requested it is still around, but thank you for redeeming a channel reward that I let sit for a while. But thanks all for a good game. It's been fun. Really, I've blabbing too much at the end of the stream again, though, so I'm going to head out here in just a minute. But it procs again if you find yourself needing to go fireplace to hearth. Ooh, I did forget that about farm building, though. That is kind of cute. Yes, anyhow, Gonzo, starting for 5 wood makes total sense. I forgot that it was partly an SP for 5 wood. 5 wood is great. You want wood, so. 9 food miners, okay, we know it from Chicken Coop. Yeah. Yeah, spam those emotes. Good work. We have a couple Loki emotes just for the hell of it, so. Got baby Loki emotes, too. Anyhow, it was at least 6 food for you. Yeah, and it's a point. It's not. Yeah, no, it's not. It's actually not that bad. It's a minor reason. It's a minor thing. You had a lot of other bigger picture issues, so whatever. Anyhow, yeah, this was a fun one. Definitely, it's always fun when you have collector. Collector just enables so much weird, crazy, unusual stuff. It enables you to get a wild looking farm. And then take -9, but. Yeah. Anyhow, thanks all for hanging out. It was good. I will probably be streaming some more next week. I've been having fun, obviously, with definitely been having fun, obviously, with Agricola lately. So probably keep it up. It's just been good. I'll be hanging out in Lumen's chat, I'm sure, somewhat. So see some of you there. But otherwise, yeah. See y'all around later. Bye.